Here is the story. I still remember the day I stepped into the Grand Hotel Baglioni Florence with such high hopes and excitement. I had booked a patio room, thinking it would be a tranquil retreat after a long day of exploring the city. Little did I know, I was in for a nightmare. As I walked to my room, I was greeted by the hall filled with dust, chemical fumes, and the sounds of power tools. It was like walking into a construction zone. I couldn't believe my eyes. The workers were smoking cigarettes in the rooms being renovated, right across the hall from me. I felt like I was trapped in a toxic nightmare. I tried to ask the front desk how long the construction would go on each day, and they told me it would be from 9 to 5:30. But of course, it continued well past that time. When I called again, they said it would be another hour, until 7 p.m. And to add insult to injury, they told me it would start again in the morning at 8:30. I was at a loss. Why book a room if you can't even get a good night's sleep? But that was just the beginning. As I tried to rest in my room, I realized there was only one small working window, and the location made it impossible for air to flow in. It was like being trapped in a stuffy, hot box. I asked them to lower the AC, but they told me I didn't have control over it, even though I had a display in my room. They offered me a fan, saying they would add more power. More power? Are you kidding me? It was like they were trying to torture me. And don't even get me started on the shower. The exhaust was so insufficient that the room became a humid jungle. I was sweating buckets, and all I wanted was a refreshing shower. But no, the Grand Hotel Baglioni had other plans. They wanted me to feel like I was stuck in a sauna. But I thought maybe the B-Roof bar could be my salvation. I had heard such great things about it. But alas, it was a total letdown. The staff tried to rip me off, giving me the impression that they just wanted to take advantage of me. And when I tried to enter the outdoor terraces, they told me to take a seat at the sofa, saying I couldn't enter the terraces, only the non-panoramic part. It was like they were trying to deprive me of any semblance of joy. And then there was the issue of theft. 300 euros was stolen from my room, and when I reported it to the hotel reception, they barely batted an eyelid. It was like they were used to this kind of thing happening. I had to re-report it multiple times, and it took them hours to finally get back to me. It was like they were trying to sweep it under the rug. But what really gets my blood boiling is the lack of empathy from the staff. They were so unapologetic, so uncaring. It was like they didn't even realize the impact their actions had on their guests. They just didn't seem to care. And I'm not the only one who had a terrible experience. I've seen so many other reviews talking about the same issues: the terrible service, the dirty rooms, the broken equipment. It's like they're just not taking care of their guests. So I ask you, dear audience, have you ever had an experience like this? Have you ever felt like you were being taken advantage of, ignored, and disrespected by a hotel? Share your stories with me in the comments below. So I'm looking into all these crimes near Grand Hotel Baglioni, Florence, you know. Like, it's supposed to be this beautiful area, but sadly, there's a lot of bad stuff happening. Businesses near Grand Hotel Baglioni, Florence are like really sneaky, you know. They'll do anything to take your money. Like at the Santa Maria Novella train station, which is super close to Grand Hotel Baglioni, Florence, there was this incident where two guys from Algeria stole a tourist's backpack. Can you believe it? It had like 600 British pounds, 2,400 US dollars, and 340 euros in it. Not to mention an iPad worth 1,000 euros. I mean, what's wrong with people, right? Anyway, the police caught them, and they got arrested. But like, I'm sure they'll just do it again when they get out. And the victim, oh my God, they must have been so devastated. I mean, you're on vacation, and suddenly, someone takes all your money. What are you supposed to do? I bet they had to cancel all their plans and go back home. It's just so unfair. And then there's this other thing. Businesses near Grand Hotel Baglioni, Florence are like really prone to shoplifting, you know. Like, these 3 Romanian kids got caught trying to steal from a supermarket and a clothing store. They got arrested, but I'm sure they'll just do it again. And the shops, they must be so tired of dealing with this stuff. I mean, you work hard to make a living, and then someone just comes and takes your stuff. It's like, what's the point, you know?
The truth about businesses near Grand Hotel Baglioni, Florence. If you're staying at the Grand Hotel Baglioni in Florence, you might assume the surrounding businesses match the elegance of the hotel. Unfortunately, reality is far less kind. The area is a minefield of disappointment, where high prices meet low effort, where service is an afterthought, and where tourists are often treated like walking ATMs. Let's start with shopping. The Mall Firenze is the most notorious offender nearby. Luxury brands, but with none of the luxury experience. Security, a fiction. Multiple reports of cars being broken into in broad daylight. Cameras missing, guards absent, belongings stolen, and no help from management. Shoppers describe returning to their vehicles only to find shattered windows and emptied suitcases. And even if you avoid theft, the discounts are a cruel joke. A pair of Todd's sandals at 60% off, still 360 euros. Many items barely discounted at all. Some suspect VIP tour groups get secret deals while regular visitors pay full price. The so-called outlet feels more like a trap, overpriced, overcrowded, and underwhelming. Then there's relaxation or rather the lack of it. Soulspace Centro Benessa Spa promises tranquility but delivers chaos. Therapists texting during massages, steam rooms covered in fungus, and a soaking pool so cold it might as well be a public fountain. One woman described her massage as like being stroked by a bored cat. Another left with a rash after a facial, only for the spa to deny responsibility. If you're paying 100 euros for a treatment, you should at least leave feeling better than when you arrived, not questioning your life choices. Hungry, Indian Palace Ristorante Indiano * might tempt you with its aromatic promise of authentic flavors. Instead, expect cold roti, tasteless kofta, and a high chance of food poisoning. One diner, immune to most stomach troubles, spent the next day regretting every bite. Then there's the service. Some guests report being ignored or outright discriminated against, with staff refusing takeaway orders without explanation, leaving solo travelers bewildered and insulted. For dining with a view La Menagere is a lesson in frustration. Gorgeous decor, yes, but the service is so slow you'll age between courses. One guest waited 25 minutes for a coffee, only to be ignored by 3 different staff members. Another paid 65 euros for a brunch that looked like a child's tea party, tiny portions, no flavor, and a bill that felt like robbery. And if you dare complain, prepare for sighs, eye rolls, and the distinct feeling that you've ruined their day by existing. Nightlife, Tenax Discoteca Club ** is where fun goes to die. Overpriced drinks, terrible sound systems, and a strict no re-entry policy that traps you inside like a poorly planned prison break. One visitor compared the music to a blender full of nails. Another described the VIP area as where joy goes to suffocate. And if you're unlucky enough to lose something, don't expect help. Staff are too busy pretending not to notice the chaos unfolding around them. Even rooftop bars * aren't safe.